Hello everyone, today we will be talking about the Two of Wands. This is our Two of Wands. You can see that there's a lot of fiery energy in this card. We are in the second Sephira in the first world of Atziluth. So we are starting our action now. There's a division here because we need to divide the energy in order to manifest something. So in the Ace of Wands, we had the pure potential, but here we are starting our action. This card is associated with Mars in Aries, so this is a very active energy. Mars rules the sign of Aries, so this is a very good placement. Mars can realize its full potential here and it can act very well, which means it will be acting more for the good of things. Mars is sometimes associated with destruction and war and things like that, doing harm, but this usually manifests if Mars cannot fully be free to do whatever it wants. But here in Aries, it definitely can. Aries is also a very active sign. It's all about creating things and taking action, realizing plans. So both Mars and Aries are here in harmony, and yes, there's a lot of energy for action in this card. We have in the background, you can see like little red flecks, and there's a bit of blue behind, and you can see these two instruments are Dorjes, and they symbolize destruction. So we can see there's destruction in the front, but in the back we are getting this blue color, we are getting some clarity. And this means that destruction is the first part of creation. We need to destroy something in order to start working, in order to start accomplishing things. This blue color is here because we have a connection with Hesed and Jupiter here. So this is the color of the fourth Sephira, Hesed, and Jupiter is all about laws and starting to establish boundaries, building things. So I will mention this again later when we will be talking about the Dorjes and whether they are actually Dorjes, because things get a bit complicated, but we will get to this in a moment. First, I wanted to tell you that there's a lot of energy and there is destruction here, but it's not a chaotic destruction. So this is not just random, there's a lot of harmony here. And you can see that there are flames here. We have 6 flames here in the background. 6 is connected to the 6th Sephiroth of Tiferet, which is connected to the Sun, and Sun is exalted in the sign of Aries. So this is where this harmony comes from. We have a bit of energy of Tiferet in here as well. And Tiferet being in the middle pillar of the Tree of Life, it has this balancing quality. So the destruction is productive in a sense here. Aleister Crowley says that these are Dorjes. They don't actually look like Dorjes, they look like something else which is called Kila or Furba. But I will tell you about what Dorjes are first, since they are meant to be Dorjes, and then we will try to figure out why they look like something else and why it's also confusing. So a Dorja is a ritual weapon symbolizing indestructibility and irresistible force. So it combines in itself the symbolism of a diamond, indestructibility, and Thunderbolt, which is irresistible force. And you can see that this is the energy of this card. We have this indestructible force here of Mars in Aries. So it is all in tune with what we've already described. And also, we are in the second Sephira, which is Chokmah, and Chokmah is will moving through space. So there is this idea here of an irresistible force just going through space without any other limitation. Dorjes represents spiritual power and firmness of spirit, which is also connected with what we have here. And they are said to be one of the most powerful weapons in the universe. And they are not weapons in our conventional sense of a weapon, because they do not destroy matter. They are not rockets or anything, although this kind of looks like a rocket. It kind of has this shape. But they are ritual weapons, so they are symbolic, and their power is also spiritual. And maybe this is why they are so powerful, because they do not work in matter, they work in the world of spirit. On the other hand, Kila or Furba is a ceremonial knife, and it looks exactly like this. If you look up any photos online, this is what it looks like. It always has a head on one end, and the other end is like a sharp knife point, or it might look like an arrow point. They are used to pierce earth, and they are said to affix space to the earth. So this is another reference to our second Sephira of Chokmah, where space begins, because this knife is used to like establish space for something. And it can have many different uses. It is used for prayer, but it's also used in shamanism. It is actually used in many different cultures. It is used in healing ceremonies, and also to banish demons. It has a lot of uses, contrary to the dorja, because dorja only is used in Tibetan Buddhism. Furba has two serpents on it, and you can see the serpents here, and also on the side of this head. Serpents are a symbol of change and transformation. They are also connected with healing, because we have serpents on the caduceus of Hermes and on the staff of Asclepius. We'll try to figure out whose head this is, because these are actually two deities mixed into one, and one of them is Vajrakilaya. He is the one who wields two dorjes, and he also has a furba. So he has 6 hands, and among other things, he has two dorjes, and in 2 other hands he's holding a furba. And maybe this is why they are both here. So they're supposed to be dorjes, but they are also furbas. This is, I think, a reference to the duality of the energy in the card, because this is where things start to split. So we have all of these dualities here, 2 different instruments and 2 different deities that are combined into one. But they combine very harmoniously. And Vajrakilaya is a deity removing obstacles to spiritual realization. So this is also the energy of this card. We need to destroy all obstacles, and then we can go and realize our full potential, our will. He has a crown of skulls, and if you look closely here, these faces have crowns. There are 5 points in these crowns. 5 is a reference to the 5th Sephiroth of Gevura, connected with the energy of Mars and destruction. And you can see probably here, they're really small, but you can, if you look closely, you can see there are skulls here in his crown. There is also a head of a horse here on top of his crown, and This deity, Vajrakilaya, is not connected to horses in any way. At least I haven't found any reference to horses in information about him. But there's another god which is called Hayagriva. Hayagriva means having the neck of a horse, and he's he's also in Hinduism the avatar of Lord Vishnu, and he has a blue body and the head of a horse, and it's kind of the same blue as we can see in the background here. And Hayagriva is a wrathful god. He's the protector of the law, and he helps to overcome inner egotism and outer obstructions. And in Hinduism, he's god of knowledge and wisdom. So this is another reference to our fourth Sephira of Hesed and Jupiter and this blue color. So it all combines really beautifully together, but we do have this dual nature of things. The name of this card is Dominion. So in readings, this can mean dominion over others, being in power over other people, but also taking responsibility for our own path in life, so creating our own dominion in the world. This also means planning the path forward, because we have our inspiration from the Ace of Wands, and now we are in the second step. So we need to plan what we are going to do with this inspiration, how we are going to realize this. It can also mean stepping out of your comfort zone, because it's also destroying all obstacles. So we are destroying our fears, we are destroying everything that's in our way so that we can do what we really want. It also means turning inspiration into specific goals and actions. Following your inspiration, because we have our inspiration in the Ace, but now we need to follow it. We need to actually follow through and take some action. It means taking control of the situation. So it's kind of taking control, taking responsibility, both for our own actions, but also stepping into some situation and taking control of it. So it can be in work situations, for example, that we will have the responsibility. We need to just take control and do things our way, just have our own vision, our own plan. It also means travel, because we are traveling through space. This is energy traveling through space. So it often shows up when someone will move to a different place. Career change as well, change of direction, both in career and in your life. Sometimes it can happen together, of course. But yes, this is also change, because we have our serpents here symbolizing change. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you found this video useful. Please like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And I will see you in the next video about the Three of Wands. Thank you so much. Bye!